It all started with a phone call. The shrill ring broke the silence of Claire's quiet evening. Stephanie, an old school friend, was frantic. She needed a place to stay, and fast. Claire, being kind, didn't hesitate to offer help. Stephanie's stay, initially intended to be short-term, dragged on. Days turned into weeks, and Claire began to feel uneasy. Stephanie was evasive about her problems. She seemed to be hiding something. Then Stephanie dropped a bombshell. She said she could only go back home if her friend Emilio came over. Claire was taken aback. She hadn't agreed to house a stranger, but feeling pressured and obligated, she reluctantly agreed. Emilio Bernot, a 22-year-old failed DJ and failed TikToker, was known for his attempts at viral videos. His family owned the famous company Jumex. Emilio pretended to work on cars, but couldn't even change a tire. This decision would prove to be a grave mistake. Claire did not know that Emilio had been sent away to behavioral institutions and psyche wards from age 12 to 18. From the moment Emilio arrived, Claire felt a shiver of unease. His eyes lingered on her for a beat too long. His compliments felt excessive and insincere. He seemed inordinately interested in her life, asking probing questions about her work and her relationships. Claire brushed off her discomfort, telling herself she was overreacting. But deep down, a voice whispered that something wasn't right. Emilio's behavior was not that of a respectful house guest. It was the behavior of an obsessive admirer. As the days passed, Emilio's behavior became increasingly inappropriate. He would go through Claire's closet, even wearing her clothes. Emilio begged Claire for sexual favors, including begging her to peg him. He started appearing in her workspace, hovering over her while she filmed her videos. He would leave gifts for her, small at first, then increasingly extravagant and personal. Emilio insisted on going live stream with Claire on her channel, trying to make it look like they were dating. Claire felt her home, once her sanctuary, becoming a prison. One day, while cleaning, Claire made a chilling discovery. Hidden in her bedroom, disguised as ordinary objects, were cameras and microphones. Her blood ran cold. Emilio had been spying on her, recording her every move, invading the most private spaces of her life. The realization hit her like a physical blow. She was not safe, not even in her own home. Fear, raw and primal, took root in her heart. Claire confronted Emilio, demanding he leave immediately, but he laughed, a chilling, empty sound. He admitted to the surveillance, his eyes gleaming with a disturbing possessiveness. He claimed it was his way of getting to know her better. Terrified, Claire ordered both Emilio and Stephanie out of her house. But Emilio didn't go quietly. He bombarded her with calls and texts, pleading with her, threatening her. He showed up at her events, lurking in the shadows, watching her every move. Claire was living a nightmare. The full extent of Stephanie's betrayal became horrifyingly clear. She had lied about everything. She had deliberately brought Emilio into Claire's life, knowing his obsessive tendencies. Whether motivated by malice or misguided loyalty, Stephanie had used Claire's kindness as a weapon. The pain of Emilio's harassment was magnified tenfold by the realization that a supposed friend had orchestrated the entire ordeal. Claire felt utterly betrayed, her trust shattered into a million pieces. The experience left Claire deeply scarred. The fear, the anxiety, the violation of her privacy, it took a heavy toll on her mental and emotional well-being. She struggled to sleep, plagued by nightmares of Emilio's watchful eyes. She was afraid to leave her home, terrified of running into him, her once vibrant personality dimmed, replaced by a haunted look in her eyes. The carefree, confident young woman had been replaced by a shadow of her former self. Claire's story highlights the hidden reality of stalking and harassment. The emotional toll can lead to anxiety and fear. Emilio's actions were predatory, designed to instill fear and control. He must be held accountable. Justice must be served. Claire deserves our support. With it, recovery is possible. Let us stand with Claire, demanding justice and supporting her journey.